It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Hello and welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Louisville Cardinals, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Cardinals will get this season underway as toe meets leather. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Texas's offense will go on the attack first. It's not always easy to know what you're going to get when you come into a new situation as a transfer, but one thing, David, that will translate for this guy, when there's a hole, he knows how to hit it.
Yeah, and how nice is it to have a guy, man, you know exactly what he is, who he is. He's been around your program. He knows the lessons you want him to teach. He's the guy you want him to be, and now he gets to step in as a senior with all that experience and lead this squad.
Yeah, and David, he's worked so hard for this moment, too, right? This guy put his heart and soul into the offseason workout program, knowing this day was inevitably going to come. He's going to have an opportunity in this game to stat it up. He's going to get the ball early. He's going to get it often. A lot of people are really excited to see how he plays in this one.
Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, you start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
The Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Back to throw, it's Fowler. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one.
Well, that play was designed for that down and distance, right? You saw how he barely got enough to pick up the first. Really nice job by the play caller there, understanding the situation of what play to dial up.
Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
But how about that defense on the snap? They are in the backfield. Great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. He's got the back in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room. So important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
They'll try the run. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Looking to throw, it's Fowler. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Opening day, and might as well build a little drama with a 3rd and goal early. The snap sets up the throw. They'll run the screen. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best third down offenses in the country. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about in that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
So the Louisville Cardinals offense taking the field, first chance we have to see them today. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right. I tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for receiving day 2. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, then he's obviously going to have a big year.
Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. Wants to adjust the pattern. 3rd down play from the gun. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Cardinals will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Looks it in at the 40. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. DB's right up on the receivers. Pocket breaking down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Back to throw, it's Fowler. Finds his man, it's Betts. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
You know, that's a great job by the receiver on that curl route. There's a lot of receivers that finish the route and they just stop. And that allows the DB to close the gap and then knock the ball away. Nice job by that receiver, continuing to come back to his QB.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. And he'll have to boom one from 58 yards out and be mindful to guide it in from the left hash. Oh, the attempt is no good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Let's take a look at the big picture for Louisville. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
They'll go back to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. And the Cardinals are on the move. Might be calling a hot route. To the air on first down. Quickly complete. There he goes. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Now the play fake. On the move to his left. He's got the tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Touchdown Cardinals. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Alabama endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Bryant-Denny Stadium, and the Tide came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Now they'll run it to the right here. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Fowler. Got his man downfield. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through this progression.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
The Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. play out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Catch in the middle, it's Betts. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Just keep slinging it. Under fire. They get to him as he throws.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Pressure coming. All kinds of time before he fires right.
People are going to watch the end of that clip and go, man, that QB got hit hard. That is not on the offensive line. Nice protection. He has all day to sit back there, make a decision, bake a pie, eat the pie. Goodness gracious, a ton of time. You've got to pull that trigger faster.
And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Fowler. Wide open downfield. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Live by the blitz, get hit with a chunk play on the blitz too, especially if you're man up on that dude.
And you know what? You lose some battles, especially to receivers like this who are so elite. You're going to lose some of those, but I'm still going to be aggressive. I'm still going to play man. I'm still going to have to bring some blitzes. So I look for this defense to stay aggressive and maybe give that guy a smidge more attention.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Tight end finds a soft spot. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Under fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That brings them to within one. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? The lone back's got it. Gets it past the marker. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quick completion on the out. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Quarterback making checks. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Texas. The defense putting points on the board.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part. Takes it back to the house for 6.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this second half started.
Texas.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Louisville offense put him back out on the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football from out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Here on third down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen. Well, you wondered if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon them.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He might want another play. To the air on 2nd down. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Cardinals! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Really nice job by the quarterback there, just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, but I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time. This is going to be a touchdown. That's exactly what happened.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Texas offense. Dropping back, it's Fowler. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And what a great way to start the second half if you're on defense. You did some really good things in that first half, and so you set the tone here early by getting a sack, and you are sending a clear message to this offense. This second half ain't going to be easy.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Makes the catch at the 20. Touchdown, Longhorns! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. The give to the back. Turning it off. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Curl route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the first.
Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Quick release on the RPO. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle from us.
Looking to throw, it's Fowler. On target. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Looking to throw again. Here's the pressure. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Got him downfield. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. NC State was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Wolfpack performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
To the ground with the back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Cardinals want to move quickly.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down. We're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get first downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the first down, and now we crank the tempo back in.
And the Cardinals with the 1st and 10.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Not much room to run. Let's give it 1 to the 33. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They making side adjustments here. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab over the middle. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Cardinals come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Guys, let's take a big view of Texas. Given the unrest surrounding this guy's future as the head coach, this would be a great way to get the season started.
Man, you want all the momentum you can get, and you want to quiet people down. You don't want it to get louder. The louder those murmurs talk about hot scene, and you have a tendency to lose your football team. It's a distraction. You have to talk about it all the time. So always nice, Palmer, to get off on the right foot.
You just got to be able to drown out the outside noise, right? Easier said than done. And with this win in week one, they're going to silence the critics. But make no mistake, he's going to go in that locker room and say, everyone that's been talking trash about us all offseason, they're going to love us now. Don't pay any attention to that. All that matters is what's in this locker room. They've got to take that attitude forward.
They'll move the tight end. The offense changing the play. Looking downfield on first down. He lets it fly. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
And you could tell he thought he had his receiver down the field to make a big play. But how about the defender? Great job running with the receiver, turning his head, finding the football, knocking it away, and making sure that receiver doesn't get to make the play.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. He'll take the deep shot. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Finds the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. They want that clock to run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up. But getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Here comes the option. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The two-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead.
No, he's short. And I tell you what, the QB, you see down this area, it's so short. You only got a couple yards you got to get. He thought he could get it, went downhill, tried to get there, but the defense says no, sir.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Quarterback making adjustments. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Complete in the middle. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Finds his tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Cardinals are in the hurry-up. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On fourth down, going to the air. Makes the grab past the marker. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Gonna look downfield again. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
The Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Wants to go up top. Sets up the screen. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. He wants to change this route. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking. They'll try to run it in. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown. Still alive in this one.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. Quarterback's just going to